Today, I have officially lost 20 pounds since I started the slow road earlier this year. I'm excited. I'm not as thrilled as I thought it would be back when I was desperately trying to lose 20 pounds because this hasn't been that hard. Like, it's an accomplishment. Like, I see how much I've grown, but it has not been how I thought it would be. Initially, I thought I'd lose 20 pounds and I'd go back to eating the way I wanted to eat. Instead, I actually changed a lot of my thinking about food in the process and found a way to incorporate the things that I love so I don't really have any kind of eating to go back to because I eat the same way all the time. Let me tell you what happened to me when I first came onto the slow calorie road. First month that I tried to lose weight eating more, I was like, simple enough. I'll eat more, I'll lose weight, and I did not accomplish that. Didn't accomplish that because I did not account for a little thing we call the learning curve. First, hear that you can eat more, you're like, oh, this is gonna be so easy. You start eating more without really a plan. And then come dinner, you're starving, and so you eat more than you should. And so then the next day, you try to do better. That first month when I was trying to eat more, my calories were like going crazy. I actually did not lose weight the first month that I tried. First month I tried was January. Come February, I finally got some traction and I realized how I needed to piece my days together. I realized that 500 calorie breakfast and then 500 for dinner. I like to have my biggest meal at lunch. So that's how I started. Was that first month I figured out a rhythm to eating, and then I applied that rhythm in February and I finally got some traction. And then from there, I started to lose consistently about 0.75 to a pound a week. 18 to 2,000 calories a day. I was extremely active. I would walk every day for at least 30 minutes. I would run 3 times a week, and I would lift 5 to 6 days a week. Then quarantine happened, gyms got shut down, and my activity level was like way scaled back. I was struggling to walk. I did get my runs in, and my workouts went from 6 days a week to about 3. And some weeks I only did 2. And that's when my weight loss slowed, but it kept going. So if 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day sounds good to you, and you're like, but you exercise so much, know that I was still losing that amount, and I was exercising about half what I am right now. In March, I continued to lose. By July 4th, I was 152. That's about 15 pounds I had lost from January to July. So really February is when I actually started losing. So 5 months. But then I made one of my very biggest mistakes on this low calorie journey, and that was 4th of July. That trail mix, for some reason, derailed all of my progress. I was scared that I wasn't gonna get it back. I reverted completely to my old habits. And at the end of the 4th of July, when I stepped on the scale, I had gained 6 pounds. Now, you know that's not all true gain, but when you've been losing so slowly, 0.75 to a pound a week, and you step on the scale and have a 6-pound gain, you're terrified. It just took so long. I don't want to spend another 6 weeks getting this off. I was like, I'm just gonna really quickly reduce my calories to 12 to 1,400 and get it off in a week, and then I'll start on the slow road again. But I didn't do that because the more I thought about it, the more I was like, this is gonna set me up for another binge. And then I'm gonna get stuck in that same cycle that I just broke free from. So I decided I needed to accept the consequences. I've gained weight, and now I'm gonna have to go down the slow road to get it off. But the consequence of the slow road is actually kind of a reward because you can eat more food, you can eat more of the foods that you love. I just kept on with the slow road, and 28 days later, I was back down to my pre-4th of July weight. Did not lose any weight that I hadn't already lost for an entire month. Then in August, I was back down to my lowest. I was like, let's take this home. Like, let's figure out exactly what I need to get where I'm going. A friend had calculated my calories using an online calculator for me, and she had said, eat between 1,800 and 2,000 a week. And I did that. But you see, those are like really general guidelines, and anyone can put their stats in and go from there. And so I thought, but what do I need specifically? Well, there's only one way to figure that out. The only way to figure that out is to accurately log everything that you're eating. And that is not easy. I mean, if I walked by a kid's plate and took a bite of a grilled cheese, I'm logging that. Like, I understand that you're like, ooh, that's obsessive. I don't want to be like that. But it's not forever. It was just for a little short period of time. So I could say, what do I need to eat exactly? Why is this here? It's marbles. July 5th to August 2nd. It took 29 days. It meant to be 28, but I get distracted. 29 days of my calories, and I added them all up. I looked at my weight graph for the last 29 days. Calorie average for that month was 1,869, and I lost 1.1 pounds a week. And I was like, that's incredible. I'm dead on for weight loss, but I'm also eating to 2,000 a day. My range is 1,800 to 2,000. So what would happen in a month if I ate 2,000 calories a day? So August, I shot to eat 2,000 calories. Did that for 28 days, and then I averaged up my total calories consumed and divided it by 28, and I had eaten 2,025 calorie average for that month and lost 1 pound a week. And I was like, this is incredible. 1,800 to 2,000 is exactly what my body needs right now to go forward. Now I'm feeling super confident. I know my numbers are dead on. And if this month I eat in that range and I lose 0.5, maybe I need to evaluate this. And then I can track and check and do things like that. It's like a totally different way of approaching weight loss for me. Now everything's a habit. It's like no work. I trust it and I'm just letting it happen. After the first couple months, it's second nature. And I still measure because I don't trust my eyes. I always overestimate. You have to commit to logging everything. Even when your calorie day goes to 4,000, you have to log everything. You have to log everything so that you can go back and turn on your scientific mind, turning off your emotional mind and looking at how these calories are working together with your own personal weight loss. And it will eventually lead you to long-term health, long-term nutrition. You just got to take that first step, and your first step's going to be a mess, but it's going to get less messy as you keep going down this path. It did it for me. It will for you. You will get where you're going. Check out my blog post. It's I increased my calories and here's what happened. I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you take your first step towards lasting weight loss.